much hot.
Good morning, Knicks fans. Welcome back, Big Nick Burt with the Big Nick Energy. Feeling really good after that Miami win. Feeling really good about Tom Thibodeau saying these social commentators need to study.
I'm just saying, like, everyone has all the answers right after a game, and oftentimes they haven't studied. Like, how do you really know? Like,
so if you saw my pregame prep video that I posted yesterday for Miami from the March 12th game, you did a little studying and you knew what you were looking at. And if you saw that video yesterday and then compared it to the game last night, what do we see? And we see a big hit from their offense with Tyler Hero out. And I thought Kyle Lowry could kind of pick up the slack, but there's really no substitute for young legs and young energy. So we kind of took it to them. 3 quarters, we kind of kept it close. And then the fourth quarter, we had all our young guys in doing work. So let's take a look at my clip from March 12th and my clip from last night. So we see the same thing. Bam Adebayo at the top of the key being a facilitator, a back screen for a cutter who gets wide open, and coincidentally was RJ Barrett both times, March 12th and last night. So clearly Miami knows what they're doing and are sticking to a plan, and they got a couple tricks in their pocket that they went to that worked out for them, at least last night and in March. But what didn't work out for them last night was our young defense. Quentin Grimes guarding Jimmy Butler and Miles McBride guarding Kyle Lowry was intense. I was on the edge of my seat with that comeback last night. I really was, because you just didn't expect it from such a young squad. When they had the comeback, it was IQ, Grimes, McBride, Taj, and Sims, and that's 3 rookies, a second-year guy, and then a veteran. So I love that young lineup that got us back into the game with the veteran leadership from Taj Gibson. But when they subbed in RJ and Toppin, they took Taj and Grimes out of the game, which I thought was really interesting to leave in McBride and IQ. And it worked out because IQ took over that game. And it wasn't so much the offense because we weren't running that many schemes. We were just making the right decision down the line. What really got us back into that game was the defense. McBride, IQ, Sims with some very clutch help and some very clutch defensive rebounds. It was just an overall really good game. And I know a lot of people are going to point to this and say, oh, well, so Thibodeau could have been playing the young guys all along and been winning. But I truly believe what we saw last night was the culmination of an entire season of work for these young rookies and for this franchise, for this team system under Thibodeau. And they are finally to the point where, well, yeah, they need to play them because of injuries, but also they're actually ready to play because they've been in the system. They've been working with Thibodeau. He's seen what they can do in practice, and he says, yeah, I trust you. Go ahead and step in there. You guys got the reins. And it is such a big step to have IQ running as primary ball handler in a clutch game down the stretch to really bring out that win. And that's just amazing for his confidence. So I don't care what you say about, oh, it's a late season win, that doesn't matter, or he could have been playing the young guys sooner, because if he could have sooner, he would have. That's just the reality of it. Why would he not want to win? He says it all the time that he wants to win, period. So I trust Thibodeau in that regard, and I really trust how these young guys are getting their minutes. So instead of just playing guys willy-nilly, like right off the bat, giving them 30 minutes a game, he makes them earn it. This is not David Fizdale and Kevin Knox, all right? This is Tom Thibodeau and McBride. So the biggest difference I'm seeing is you got to earn your minutes, and when you earn those minutes and you step out on the court, you're getting a lot of trust because you've earned those minutes. So we're seeing a lot of really good things from our young guys. RJ got completely locked up last night. they really had his number. They're like, oh, no Randall? Oh, we got this. We know who to cover. And they did for 3 quarters, and then they forgot to cover our shooters and be able to actually break us down at the end. And that's just our defense. Honestly, like, I put the clips up so we could take a look at what Miami was doing on offense, and I'd love to do the same thing for the New York Knicks, but there's really not a lot of, oh yeah, they do this, this, this. Like, they do a lot of the same sets that end up way differently. So you'll see down the line in that fourth quarter, they kind of tried to run some double high screens, didn't work out, maybe a little handoff to Toppin, a little handoff pick, and it's all about flowing with it and figuring out what the best plan of attack is. And a lot of the times Quickly was kind of getting stumped and ended up pulling something out of his his deep bag to get a point at the end. Like he had that left-handed layup that he thought he got fouled on. They were going to call it and they didn't, and he made it anyway. So that's just, you kind of got a little lucky there. But also, it just goes to show, like, this guy has the potential to get those late in the shot clock points that you would normally rely on Randall or RJ or, a Jimmy Butler type, let's say. And, we just didn't need that last night. So that was really nice to come in with guard power, right? For once, the Knicks got some guard power up there. That's what won us that game down the line for sure. The defense, the offense, everything was clicking, looking really good. So Tom Thibodeau said we got to study and stay away from Berman. So tune in, all right, folks? I got a lot of, more observations I've been making. I got a lot of basketball insight. I'm not a savant by any means, but I like what I'm seeing, though, with this basketball team, and I'm pretty excited to be a Knicks fan this morning. So I hope you guys are too. Thank you for stopping by, and let's do some studying together, and let's stay away from Berman together. And if we do that, maybe we'll be all right. All right, so we got another game coming up. I can't remember when, but, I'll be in touch. Thank you for stopping by. Big Nick Burt with the Big Nick Energy.
Burt knows basketball, y'all.